So, how in the world did Tesla go from the absolute brink of failure to a 10x revenue explosion in just 30 months? Well, the answer is a deceptively simple 5-step playbook. Welcome back to Ben's Book Club. Today we are diving into the book The Algorithm. It's by Jon McNeill, and it's the book that reveals that exact playbook, one that was forged inside one of the most high-stakes corporate turnarounds in modern history. And get this, the author isn't some consultant writing from the outside. Nope. This guy was the president of Tesla, right there in the trenches next to Elon Musk during the company's insane production hell phase. He had a front row seat to a crisis that nearly brought the whole thing crashing down. And that's the central mystery, isn't it? I mean, Tesla was packed with some of the best engineering talent on the planet, yet it was just drowning in complexity and staring at total failure. What was going so wrong? And maybe more importantly, how did they fix it? The answer was this powerful mental model they started calling the algorithm. It's this deceptively simple 5-step operating system designed to just cut through all the noise and drive exponential growth, not just little incremental improvements. You know, this approach completely contradicts decades of traditional business teaching. McNeill's own background was in lean manufacturing, making small, steady improvements. But Tesla's method, it was the exact opposite, a ruthless focus on radical simplification, starting from first principles. They were aiming for rocket ship growth, not a slow crawl. And the result? $20 billion. That's the revenue Tesla hit after applying the algorithm during that crisis period. It's just incredible. Let's look at how fast that actually happened. I mean, the sheer speed of this change was staggering. They went from roughly $2 billion in revenue to $20 billion in just 30 months. This wasn't some slow, careful turnaround. It was pure hypergrowth, powered entirely by this new way of thinking. So how does it actually work? Let's dive into the 5-step playbook and see how this all builds into a process you can actually repeat. Okay, here are the 5 steps. And listen, the sequence here is absolutely critical. You have to do them in this exact order. Question, then delete, then simplify, accelerate, and only at the very end, automate. It all starts right here. Step 1 forces you to challenge every single assumption. You have to ask why over and over and over again, because bad requirements are the source of almost all bad processes. Next up is the hardest part for most organizations, deletion. The goal here is to aggressively remove any part, any process, or any rule that doesn't add real value. McNeill's rule of thumb is great. If you haven't deleted so much that you have to add a few things back in, you probably haven't deleted enough. Only after you've ruthlessly questioned and deleted can you even think about moving on. And this part is crucial. You don't want to simplify, speed up, or automate a bloated, unnecessary process, because all that does is just lock in the inefficiency. This right here is the core mantra of the entire book. It's so simple intellectually, but in an organization, it is so difficult to pull off because it forces really uncomfortable changes. But as McNeill points out, a 5-step process is pretty much worthless without the right environment. So let's get into the cultural secret sauce that makes the algorithm actually stick. He identifies 3 essential cultural ingredients. First, you have to expand the definition of your product so you're solving the whole customer problem. Second, you have to inject this real sense of urgency and accountability. And third, you have to eat your own dog food, experience your own company just like a customer does to find the real pain points. Take Tesla's product, for example. It wasn't just the car, it was the entire ownership experience, from how easy it was to use the supercharger network to how service was handled. Solving for that whole journey, that was the key. And this is that whole concept of eating your own dog food. Leaders can't just sit back and look at spreadsheets. They have to personally go through the entire buying process, use the product, call customer service. It's the fastest way to build real urgency and uncover the problems that data alone will never show you. So here's the crucial point. This isn't just a story about Tesla. Let's talk about why this framework matters to you, no matter what you do. The algorithm was definitely forged in a crisis, but McNeill has since used it successfully on the boards of huge, established companies. We're talking GM and Lululemon. It's a tool for anyone, really. A founder, an executive, a team member, anyone who's just tired of bureaucracy and wants to cut through the noise to make a real impact. And that brings us to the final takeaway. Just think about it for a second. What's one weekly meeting, one reporting process, or even one personal habit that you could apply this to? What would actually happen if you truly questioned every requirement and then ruthlessly deleted the parts that add zero value? Ultimately, that's the real promise of the algorithm. It's not magic. It's a disciplined, repeatable playbook for achieving just incredible results by focusing on subtraction, not addition. We'll be back with another explainer soon. In the meantime, subscribe so you don't miss an episode.